Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Savage Avengers #1. But before we get started, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, we got the cover here for Savage Avengers #1. It is a Marvel comic, and it is by Pepos, Magno, and Grundetern. And we start off in New York, where we see someone, a predator-ish person, that is narrating about being on the hunt for someone who has traveled outside of their timeline. And then we cut to Conan the Barbarian, who is in our timeline. He's not in Hyperborea. He is in New York City, and he has tracked down a modern-day cult of the god Set, who was his enemy during his times, and of course he can't abide that, so he goes to attack them just head on. Then we cut to another group of people. We see the Anti-Venom and also the Elektra Daredevil, and they are breaking into Alchemex Labs, who is apparently trying to recreate whatever's going on in X-Men with bringing people back to life on Krakoa, and they're definitely doing it in an evil way. And specifically, they're talking about someone stealing something called a mad bomb, which they're saying if it's set off, it could tear the city apart. So in the middle of this battle, Conan, of course, is winning. He's cutting people up. But out of nowhere, Deathlock appears, and it turns out he was the invisible person looking for someone out of time. So he's on the trail of Conan because he has been found guilty of committing crimes against the time stream and must be erased. Then we cut to another area of the city where someone is getting mugged. Weapon H, who is like a mix of Wolverine and Hulk, stops this robber along with Black Knight, who just happens to be in the neighborhood. Then we cut to Cloak and Dagger, who are doing their normal crime fighting gig and beating up some bad guys. And they're kind of talking about their relationship and stuff. And as they're talking, we cut back to Conan and Deathlock, who are in the middle of fighting. But what they don't realize is that these acolytes of Set are the ones who stole the mad bomb. And one of them, who is not quite dead, reaches up to the on button, and in the unholy name of Set, he pushes it. And that sends a wave of madness through the city, which alerts all the heroes that we've been introduced to the whereabouts of this mad bomb. And just as it looks like Conan might lose the fight against Deathlock, all the different superheroes that we've met burst through the wall just in time. And that's where I'm going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So this is actually the second volume of Savage Avengers. I read some of the first one. It was pretty cool. I didn't finish the whole series, but it's a good run from what I've heard. So I figured I'd check this one out. Now, this issue was interesting because at the beginning, I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this because it's just the random introductions of these characters and how they're separated in the city. But I was digging the Conan stuff with Deathlock. I thought that stuff was great. That's kind of what kept me going. But then once all the characters kind of get brought together from that mad bomb going off, the issue really picked up and I started to enjoy it a lot. I really liked where this issue ended and the cliffhanger it leaves. It really made me want to check out the next issue. And the art in this is pretty cool as well. There are some really, really cool splash pages, and all the action with Conan and Deathlock fighting was pretty great. I really liked all that stuff. So overall, even though it was a slow start and kind of disjointed at the beginning, by the end of it, I was totally into it and definitely going to keep reading this one. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I think now that we've already been introduced to the team, the story will be better going forward, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So if you saw anything you like, definitely go pick that up at your local comic book store, and we will see y'all in the next one.